Our topic for today is about a geometric series, or the sum of the terms of a geometric sequence. Here's our objective. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to find the sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence. Apply geometric sequence and series in real-life problem solving, and to appreciate the usefulness of the geometric series in one's life. So for the sum of a finite of a geometric sequence, the formula is S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. While for the sum of an infinite geometric sequence, the formula is S sub n equals a sub 1 divided by 1 minus r. So we have two formulas in the geometric series. Okay, so we have finite and infinite. Example number 1. So we have to find the sum of the geometric sequence -2, -6, -18, the 8th term. So anong klaseng geometric sequence po siya? Is it finite or infinite geometric sequence? So it is called finite geometric sequence because up to the 8th term lang po yung hinahanap natin. So it is not infinite. Sabihin natin may tatlong dot sa dulo ng sequence. Nasabi po dito na hanggang sa 8th term lang. So therefore, it is finite geometric sequence. So therefore, we have to use the formula of the finite geometric sequence. But first, lagyan po muna natin ang given. Our a sub 1 is -2. Our n, or the number of terms, is syempre 8 because up to the 8th term po yung hinahanap natin. Okay? And our r, or the common ratio, is 3 because -18 divided by -6 is 3, and -6 divided by -2 is +3. Therefore, our common ratio is 3. Next, so we have to write the formula of the finite geometric series. S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. So next, we have to substitute all the given po into the formula. Okay? So instead of n, gawin natin 8. Instead of a sub 1, substitute natin yung -2, and our r, substitute natin po yung +3. Okay? So -2 times 1 minus 3 raised to 8 divided by 1 minus 3. So following the PEMDAS rule, unahin po natin sa loob ng sa loob ng parentheses. Okay? So following the PEMDAS rule, unahin po natin sa loob ng parentheses 1 minus 3 raised to 8. But we have to solve first 3 raised to 8. Okay? So 3 raised to 8, it means that 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 hanggang sa 8 po natin i-multiply yung 3. The answer is 6561. Let's copy lang po the subtraction sign dyan sa formula. Magkaiba po yung negative, okay, sa given, and then yung negative o yung subtraction na sign na nasa formula. So copy lang po natin. Okay? Ayan. So next, -2 times 1 minus 6561 is equal to -6560. Let's cancel -2 na numerator and then -2 na denominator. Yung matira po is -6560 na lang. So therefore, the sum of the geometric sequence -2, -6, -18 up to the 8th term is -6560. Example number 2, we have to find the sum of the first 10 terms of the geometric sequence. 3, 6, 12, and so on. Okay? So sabi niya dito po, find the sum of the first 10 terms. So kahit may tatlong dots po sa dulo ng ating sequence, hindi pa rin po siya pwede matatawag na infinite sequence. So bakit? Kasi nga po, yung nasabi dito, up to the first 10 terms lang. Okay? So therefore, masasabi po siyang finite geometric sequence. Okay, so lagyan po muna natin ng given. Our A sub 1 is 3. Our n, or the number of terms, is of course 10 because sabi dito, the first 10 terms. Okay? Our R, or the common ratio, let's divide po. 12 divided by 6 is 2. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So therefore, our common ratio is 2. Next, we have to write the formula of the finite geometric sequence. Okay? So ayan, so S sub n equals A sub 1 times 1 minus R raised to n divided by 1 minus R. So next po natin gagawin, substitute lang po yung given sa ating formula. Okay? Ayan, so we have S sub 10, or sum of the first 10 terms, equals 3 times 1 minus 2 raised to 10 divided by 1 minus 2. Okay? So unahin po natin yung merong exponent, which is 2 raised to 10. Ibig sabihin po, yung 2 ka-10 natin i-multiply. 2 times, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 hanggang ka-10 po natin i-multiply. So the answer is 1,024. Okay, so 1 minus 1,024 divided by 1. So unahin po natin sa loob ng parentheses, magiging 3 times negative 1,023 po siya, divided by negative 1. Okay? So next, let's multiply 3 times negative 1,023 is equal to 3,069. Okay? Copy lang po natin yung negative 1 sa denominator. Next, i-divide po natin negative 3,069 divided by negative 1. So negative divided by negative, the answer is positive. So therefore, the sum of the first 10 terms of the sequence 3, 6, 12, and so on up to the 10th term is 3,069. Okay, next. For the example number 3, we have to find the sum of the infinite geometric sequence 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and so on. So ito po, infinite geometric sequence po siya. So therefore, we have to use the formula of the infinite geometric sequence. Okay, but first, lagyan muna natin ng given. Our A sub 1, or the first term is 1. Okay, our R, or the common ratio, let's divide po 1/8 divided by 1/4 equals 1/2. 1/4 divided by 1/2 is 1/2, and then 1/2 divided by 1 ito is 1/2. So therefore, our common ratio is 1/2. Next, sulat lang natin yung formula ng infinite geometric sequence po. We have S sub n equals A sub 1 divided by 1 minus R. Ayan, so substitute lang po natin next. Instead of A sub 1, palitan po natin ng 1, and then instead of R, gawin natin 1/2. Okay? So 1 divided by 1 minus 1/2. So 1 minus 1/2, syempre 1/2 po. So magiging 1 divided by 1/2 na lang. Okay? So 1 is the numerator, and then 1/2 is the denominator. Okay, you have to apply po the reciprocal method po dito. So ibig sabihin po, magiging 1 times 2 over 1 na po siya. Okay, instead of divide, mag-proceed po tayo sa multiply. And then yung denominator na 1/2, balik na rin lang po natin. Okay? Or i-reciprocal lang po natin. So magiging 1 times 2 over 1. So understood, merong denominator na 1. 1 times 2 is 2, and then 1 times 1 is 1. So therefore, the sum of the sequence of the infinite geometric sequence 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and so on is 2. Example number 4. So we have to find the sum of the geometric sequence 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus 1 and so on. So dahil po ay merong tatlong dot, okay, so it means that it is infinite geometric sequence. Okay, so therefore we have to use the formula of the infinite geometric sequence po to find the sum. Okay, so first, lagyan muna natin ang given po. A sub 1 is 27, or the first term. R, or the common ratio, ibig sabihin po, 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. 3 divided by 9 is also 1/3. And then 9 divided by 27 is also 1/3. So therefore, our common ratio is 1/3. Next, we have to write the formula of the sum of the infinite geometric sequence. We have S sub n equals A sub 1 divided by 1 minus R. So, substitute lang po natin. Instead of A sub 1, gawin natin 27. And then, instead of R, palitan lang po natin ng 1/3. Sub n equals 27 divided by 1 minus 1/3. So, unahin po natin yung denominator, which is 1 minus 1/3. Di ba po? Lahat ng whole number merong denominator na 1. Tama? So, 1 over 1 and then 1/3 ay unlike fraction. So, we have to find the LCD, common denominator. Okay? So, kung naalala po natin yung butterfly method in finding the LCD po, okay, dito po. So, 1 times 3, unahin po natin multiply yung denominator. 1 times 3 is 3. Lagay po natin sa ilalim. Ito po natin, 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Okay? At then negative 1 times 1 na denominator po dyan is equal to negative 1. Okay? So therefore, we have 3 minus 1 over 3. So next, unahin po natin yung 3 minus 1 over 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Copy po natin yung denominator na 3. So we have here 27 divided by 2/3. Our numerator is 27 and our denominator is 2/3. So next, we have to apply the reciprocal method po. Okay, di ba po, sabi natin, i-copy lang natin palagi yung numerator and then yung denominator, the 2/3 i-reciprocal natin, but instead of divide, mag-change po tayo into multiplication. Okay, so magiging 27 times 3 over 2. So balik na rin lang po natin yung denominator po. Okay, or reciprocal. So understood po yung 27 merong denominator na 1. Tama? So 27 times 3 is equal to 81 and then 1 times 2 is 2. So 81 divided by 2 ay hindi na po siya pwede ma-simplify. Simplest form na po siya or pwede rin po natin gawing decimal. 81 divided by 2 is 40.5. So therefore, the sum of the infinite geometric sequence, 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus 1, and so on, okay, is 81 over 2 or 40.5. Example number 5. We have to find the ratio of an infinite geometric sequence whose sum is 2 and first term is 1/2. Sum, which is 2 po. And then our first term or a sub 1 is 1/2. So yung hanapin po natin is yung common ratio nila. Okay? So lagyan muna natin ng given. Our a sub 1 is 1/2 and then the sum is 2 and R is question mark because we have to find the common ratio po. Okay? So we have to use the formula of the sum of an infinite geometric sequence po na S sub n equals a sub 1 divided by 1 minus R. Okay? So substitute lang po natin. Instead of a sub 1, gawin natin 1/2 and then instead of S sub n, substitute lang po natin yung 2. Okay po? So next, 2 equals 1/2 divided by 1 minus R. Sabi natin lahat ng whole number po or kahit ano pa yan, kahit variable pa yan, understood na merong denominator na 1 po yan palagi. Okay? So sabi natin, basta po meron tayong doble-doble na fraction, okay, example 1/2 divided by 1 minus R over 1, ano gagawin natin? I-reciprocal yung denominator, which is 1 minus R divided by 1. So copy lang po natin yung numerator na 1/2. And then instead of divide, gawin po natin multiply and then i-reciprocal lang po natin yung 1 minus R over 1. So gawin natin 1 over 1 minus R. Okay, balik na rin lang po. So 2 equals 1 half times 1 over 1 minus r. So nahin po natin 1 times 1 equals 1. And then 2 times 1 is 2. And then 2 times negative r is negative 2r. After po niyan, yung gagawin natin po, understood na merong denominator na 1, yung 2, cross-multiply lang po natin. Ayan. So 2 times 2 minus 2r. And then yung kabila po, 1 times 1 equals 1. So ayan, distribute po natin. 2 times 2 equals 4. And then 2 times negative 2r is in negative 4r. Then bring down lang natin yung kabilang side, which is positive 1. Okay? Pose positive 1 to the other side, and also negative 4r to the other side. Okay? So pag nag-transpose po tayo, mag-change lang po yung sign. Positive 1, linilipat natin sa kabila po. Nagiging negative. And then yung negative 4r, tinawid lang po sa kabilang equals, nagiging positive po. So ayan, so 4 minus 1 is 3. Ayan, so 3 equals 4r. So para maging r na lang, kasi common ratio yung hinahanap natin, hindi pwede na may kasama pang 4 na coefficient. So anong gagawin natin? So divide 4 lang po both sides. So cancel natin yung 4. Then 3 divided by 4 is hindi na po siya pwede ma-divide. Simplest form na po siya. Okay? Or pwede po natin in decimal 0.75. Okay? So therefore, our common ratio or r is 3/4 or 0.75.